when I was talking about the meeting room, this meeting room was used by numerous groups. The Rough and Readies used to hold dances up here. They used to have dinners up here. It was more or less a carry-in dinner because we didn't have a formal kitchen. And it was also, when the building was built in 1904, we held our first meeting here in December of 1904. In February of 1905, the village trustees decided they were going to do their business from this building. So they utilized a room downstairs for the village clerk and the police. And if the meetings, if too many of the public, a large number of the public showed up for a trustees meeting, they would come up here and hold the meeting so that they had seating for people. It was also used by the Independent Order of Oddfellows. They sold their building, which is now the current community center. They sold that to the building to the village in 1950, November of 1950, and they had no place to meet. Numerous members of the Oddfellows, Independent Order of Oddfellows, were members of the Rough and Ready. They asked if they could come down here and hold their meetings, and they were granted that permission. So they brought their furniture down. The red velvet furniture is the Oddfellows. Involved in the Oddfellows was the Oddfellows were an organization much like the Masons or the Elks, and they had a women's portion. There was the Oddfellows, and the women's portion was known as the Rebeccas. This in red is the Rebeccas, and in black was the Oddfellows themselves. The Oddfellows also were involved with this group. This group is the Grand Army of the Republic, which was Civil War veterans. And they used to use the Oddfellows rooms at what's now the community center to hold their meetings. The last known survivor of the Grand Army of the Republic passed away in 1959. But over that time frame, the Grand Army of the Republic had another like auxiliary group known as the Sons of Liberty, or Sons of Veterans. And the Sons of Veterans were descendants of Grand Army of the Republic veterans. And that's still alive. Also in 1959, the United States government considered the Union and the Confederate Army, they considered them officially as veterans of the United States. So they were entitled to the same, they were all entitled to the same benefits and whatever. The Confederacy still has, to my understanding, an organization very similar to the Sons of Veterans. I forget what they're called right now, but that's here and there. And who else? There were other groups, if other groups held their meetings up here. I mentioned that they had dinners and dances up here. In a minute, we'll talk about the dances. I think that's it.